How to overcome an addiction. Independent Learning School. Do you want to find out how to overcome an addiction? We look at the difficulties of overcoming addiction and discuss ways to help yourself or others become less dependent on the thing that they are addicted to. Overcoming addiction. Developing an addiction, whether alcohol use disorder, AUD, substance use disorder, SUD, or behavioral addiction, is not a sign of weakness. It is important to understand that abusing drugs changes how the brain works, resulting in powerful cravings or compulsions to continue using the drugs. This is one of the reasons why overcoming an addiction is very challenging. The toughest step in overcoming addiction is recognizing you have a problem and you need help. Most people feel conflicted and cannot take the first step to recovery. However, if you realize you have an addiction problem and are willing to work on it, you are halfway there. Overcoming addiction is a journey that requires dedication, patience, and time. Firstly, you must be realistic in your goals to avoid complicating everything. To start your sobriety journey, you must change a few things. The people you allow in your life, how you deal with stress, how you think about yourself and other people, what you do in your free time, the type of activities you engage in, the food you eat. It might seem straightforward, but it is harder and more challenging. Luckily, if you are determined to overcome your addiction, you can get it done. It is crucial to understand that there are different types of addictions, and it might take longer for you to overcome certain addictions, depending on their severity. Continue reading to learn how you can overcome your addiction. What are your addiction treatment options? Now that you have accepted you have an addiction problem, you must explore your treatment options. Addiction treatment varies from one drug or addiction to another, and it can entail different elements, including detoxification is crucial to purge your body of any drugs and successfully manage your withdrawal symptoms. Behavioral counseling, you can join individual, group, or family therapy groups to understand why you abuse drugs, how to stop, and the best ways of curbing the problem. Interacting with other people facing addiction can help boost your self-esteem, repair broken relationships and learn better coping skills. Medication is sometimes the only treatment option, especially if you cannot effectively manage the withdrawal symptoms. Medication is essential to prevent relapse and treat mental health issues resulting from withdrawal, for example, depression. Long-term follow-up. This treatment option is crucial to help you maintain sobriety. You can attend support groups in person or online meetings to continue getting much-needed help with addiction and prevent relapse. Tips to overcome addiction. If you are battling any form of addiction, here are a few tips you should consider. Find new hobbies. If you are involved in hobbies that involve substance abuse, you must find new hobbies. Remember, staying busy is one of the ways you can overcome an addiction. Also, if you find a new hobby, you will find joy and purpose in life and replace unhealthy behaviors like drug use. Exercise. Working out is good for your body and mind. Your body releases high levels of endorphins, the feel-good hormone. Therefore, you boost your mood whenever you work out while keeping fit. You will focus on what is important in your life, clear your mind and avoid cravings that might lead to a relapse. Eat healthy foods. Regardless of the type of addiction you are trying to overcome, eating well is crucial. Most people battling addiction do not eat well and are malnourished. Eat a well-balanced diet to help your body cope with the drastic changes. Always eat a well-balanced diet to keep yourself in shape mentally and physically. Talk to someone. Sometimes, it is essential to talk to someone about your addiction and recovery. We all have problems, and seeking help from others can help you become a better version of yourself. Share your problem and thoughts with people who understand you and your recovery journey, for example, trusted friends, a local support group, or a sponsor. Seeking professional help. Depending on the severity of your addiction, you might consider seeking help from an expert. There is no shame in seeking help from a medical professional. If you cannot overcome addiction alone, try talking to physicians or behavioral specialists to help you deal with withdrawal symptoms, relapse, and maintain sobriety. Steps for quitting an addiction. To overcome addiction, you must keep any drug triggers or cravings in check. It is challenging to change your lifestyle abruptly, but you can avoid places, people, or situations that trigger drug use. Firstly, stay away from friends who are still doing drugs because they will influence you. Always surround yourself with people who understand your addiction problem and support your sobriety journey. Although you can remain friends, avoid spending much time with those who use drugs. Find alternative activities to distract yourself. An addiction can become your only way that you occupy your time and meet your friends. Avoid bars and clubs at all times. Even if you do not have a problem with alcohol, spending a lot of time in bars and clubs could lead to an alternative addiction or impaired judgment. Set a date to aim for. Setting a date for removing your addiction can help finalize the decision. Finally, always be open about your addiction. If you seek medical treatment, explain to the provider that you had a drug problem and need alternative or minimal medication. It might seem far-fetched, but if you explain your situation or problem to your doctor, you will be amazed by how well they understand your unique situation. Some people find it hard to deal with prescription drugs, especially if they were previously addicted. In such cases, always talk to your doctor, Avoid prescription drugs or use them when necessary, with extreme caution. Originally published at independentlearningschool.com on November 21, 2022.